Hi, and welcome to Dishin' with Dandy. I'm Neil Smith, the Dandy DJ, and I'm coming to you from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, where we drink everything out of a mason jar. The segment I'm going to bring to you today, what I want to talk to you today about is driverless DJs, and they're coming. And while it sounds like something you should be really concerned about, I mean, it's not something to be concerned about. Matter of fact, it's quite exciting. Now, we all know that the driverless age is fast approaching as soon as they make the vehicles learn how to interact with humans better. And life as we know it is going to be flipped on its head, especially for those of us in the mobile DJ industry. And I'm looking forward to it personally. I think it's going to be fantastic. Now, it's easy to figure out the obvious benefits, such as less drunken drivers on the road when we're trying to get home in the middle of the night, and eventually nobody even needing to learn how to drive at all. But let's take a driverless trip for a moment down the rabbit hole of the DJ industry and imagine how our industry may benefit both in the near and long term. Shall we? Now, the first thing that comes to mind is the fact that most DJs will be able to greatly extend their travel radius and lower the amount spent on hotels for jobs that are further away. The event's 10 hours away? No problem. I'll be running my business from the passenger seat / mobile office. Now, the next thing that comes to mind is how much more of ourselves we're going to be able to give to our clients. Right now, I'm sure we all like to think that we give 110% every single event that we do. But we really don't, because we need to have enough energy left over in the tank, our tank, not the car's tank, to safely drive home at the end of the night so that we don't kill ourselves and everyone else on the road. Imagine being able to truly give 110%, knowing that you're going to be sawing logs all the way home because your favorite napping chair is no further away than the parking lot after you load the gear. You just say, car, take me home, and then you nod off. And you're on your way. That's going to be amazing, especially for a guy pushing 50 like me. Now, I want to look further down the road. Yeah, I got a lot of these puns ready for you, okay? So I foresee a bit further down the road that nobody, including us DJs, are going to even need to own a vehicle at all, which is pretty much blasphemy here in America, isn't it? But that's changing fast, as well as the attitudes about it. Now, imagine reclaiming all that space in your garage and being able to store even more equipment to better serve your clients with. Boy, won't our significant others love that. Oh, honey, we no longer have the car, so I've got all this space to bring all this new gear in. Now, imagine loading up your equipment carts with exactly what you need for the gig and then just dialing up the exact right size vehicle for your hauling and traveling needs, and that vehicle pulling right up to your doorstep. A ramp comes down, you push your carts into the back, you lock them down in place, and away you go. Then that's it. Imagine never having another repair bill for your vehicle or getting taken by shady mechanics. Oh, yeah, I think you're going to need a new Johnson sprocket down there under your alternator. Going to have to take the whole engine apart to get to it, sonny. Yeah, imagine that. Imagine not being at the mercy of someone if you don't know very much about vehicles. I personally do a lot of work on my own vehicles, so, I'm somewhat learned about that. Every Monday I spend crawling under my car, getting black and greasy, keeping it in the best shape I can to do what is within my means to do for it. But imagine that that whole thing. Imagine reclaiming that time. Imagine not having to get black and greasy or take it in for oil changes or take it into the repair shop at all, whether they be shady or honest. Because these cars and trucks, driverless, are going to simply be regularly inspected and repaired at their hubs of origin. Well, at least we hope. Some providers, that'll be a new thing. Maybe there'll be some that will cut corners and not keep their vehicles inspected and maintained as well as they should. Let's hope that they solve that problem before it happens for all of our sakes. Imagine never being stuck on the road again, because if the vehicle you are in does break down, life's going to still happen. Trees are still going to fall in the road. Animals are going to dart out of nowhere, but imagine that something does happen on the road. All you have to do is, report it, or it'll probably automatically report, hey, crash happened. Here comes the ambulance. Hopefully you won't need it. And here comes the tow truck. And hey, here comes a replacement vehicle to get you where you need to go. And you just unload your gear out of that, throw it in the replacement vehicle that showed up, and you keep going and let the service deal with the vehicle that stayed behind. Out of sight, out of mind. It's not your problem. Imagine you forgot something and your significant other or your buddy could simply call up a vehicle and send it forward to your gig. Imagine loading the vehicle and sending it ahead to your business partner waiting at the other end, or vice versa. Imagine equipment rentals. You're at the event and, hey, I need this. Call up my equipment rental place. Hey, can you send a car out with such and such? The client would like to add this service, and I don't have this piece of equipment with me. Just that simple. On the spot upsells. New revenue streams. Imagine that. Imagine no more traffic tickets. Now, there's a rabbit hole for you. What are all these municipalities going to do when all of a sudden all their claims about it being the traffic fines and everything not being about revenue generating and being about public safety? Well, that's about to come to a head too. And let's see what they do once they can't pounce on us for barely stepping out of line in traffic. Well, most cops don't do that. I'm a big supporter of the police. You've always got the few bad apples that'll pull you over in the middle of the night and just screw with you. And I know more than a few of us have had that happen too. And they'll write you some ticket for, like, I don't know, a license plate bulb being out or something. And if you're across state lines or whatever, or hours away from home, even if it's a fix-a ticket, you have to drive several hours back there to get it signed off on. Otherwise, an arrest warrant goes out for you. Stuff like that. And yes, that stuff happens around where I'm at. Anyway, we could keep driving down this path for days. Yeah, I know, another pun. But I think you get the idea of where I'm going with this and just how drastically things are about to change for us all. I mean, there is a huge revolution coming. And, I just want us to be mindful of it. Be thinking about it. If you get on the front end of it, maybe there are ways you can capitalize on that for your business. And this reminds me of a song. I think it goes something like this. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Driverless DJs are on their way. Things are going to be awesome. Thanks for hanging out with me. Neil Smith, Dandy DJ and Photo Booth. I serve a 5-hour radius of the greater Nashville and Murfreesboro, Tennessee area for weddings, corporate, church, and family events. You can check out my books as well. I have a couple that you might find interesting. One's called The Wedding DJ Bible, and you can find that at weddingdjbible.com. That's how to serve the wedding like a pro from preparation to grand exit. And my second book is called Pick a Perfect Wedding DJ, and that can be found at Pick a Perfect Wedding DJ, or just go to my website, dandydj.com, and they've all got their own pages and where you can get them on Amazon, iTunes, Audible, in paperback, ebook, and audiobook formats. Anyway, you stay dandy. Hey, give me a subscribe or let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Let's chat.